Tonight's concert, An Evening with Brahms, features many of Johannes Brahms' works. This evening, we'll have the opportunity to hear his Symphony No. 4, along with a number of his chamber works and piano pieces. One of the featured piano pieces of the evening is his Opus 118, No. 3, the Ballade in G minor, from his 6 piano pieces. What makes a ballade a ballade? Ballade is a term to refer to a romantic solo piano piece that tells a narrative story, depicting characters or imagery. Brahms was known to depict his musical characters very clearly in his ballades, in a 3-part song form. This is known as ternary form. The prefix ter means 3, which connects to the piece having 3 parts. Overall, the ternary form can be described as A, B, A. A and B both return to smaller sections of music within the larger piece. What makes these sections interesting is that they each have their own individual themes and melodies, and tend to contrast greatly in style. Also, in many pieces in ternary form, there is a contrast in keys that stir up in us a variety of emotions. Major, lending weight to something happy, joyful, or optimistic, whereas minor can be serious, sad, or tragic. What is interesting about ternary form is that the ABA format creates a sort of dialogue between 2 musical characters. Let's explore a bit more into this musical conversation. The piece starts off with the A theme, which is in G minor, creating a very serious, aggressive, and musically dramatic character. We'll briefly listen to an excerpt of the A section. The heavy texture and accented notes are reminiscent of Beethoven. Brahms has come to be known as the heir of Beethoven, and this piece expresses that connection very clearly. In contrast, the B section of the piece is in B major, bringing a lighter, more optimistic air to the piece. The contrast is also created by a lighter texture and softer dynamic, creating a sweeter, almost pastoral sound to the section. Let us have a brief listen. Also, listen closely within this section, as you will hear a tiny snippet of the serious A theme woven into the sweetness of the B section. The significance of this is that it foreshadows a slightly different musical moment that concludes the piece, which we will explore in a few moments. Ternary form, as briefly mentioned a few moments ago, is an ABA format. After the conclusion of the light and lovely B section, a storm gradually comes growing back into the piece, returning with strength to the A section. The aggressive, stormy quality returns in G minor and concludes the piece. The A theme, overall, would seem as though it would reign supreme, having the last word in the piece. Interestingly, though, the concluding section of this piece quotes the B theme, but in the key of the A section. Let's have a brief hearing of how Brahms combines the 2 realms of this piece subtly. The combination of and subtle intertwining of themes signify a sort of musical truce between the 2 contrasting themes. Let's have a brief listen. As you can see with that brief excerpt, the 2 themes are combined, but in the original key of G minor. This gives a strong sense of conclusion than if Brahms directly copied and pasted the first A section after the B section. In conclusion, you can see that Brahms' Ballade tells a musical story of 2 contrasting characters seeming to find resolution in the end. Now that we've explored the Brahms Ballade, it is now time for the performance of the evening to commence. Please enjoy An Evening with Brahms.